President Joe Biden's blamed Donald Trump once again over the timing of the Afghanistan withdrawal. He's defended his strategy, Biden that is, in an address to the nation the day after the final troops left. Let's go live to Washington now. We're joined by Annalise Nielsen. Annalise, the president says he takes full responsibility for the withdrawal.
He said that in this address to the nation, but he didn't go as far as admitting that anything went wrong with this withdrawal. In fact, he was quite emphatic, saying that everything had gone to plan. The only assumption that failed in Joe Biden's eyes in this address was that the Afghan government had fallen, but he was adamant that they had a contingency plan for that too. He said that they were dealing with this original plan put in place by President Donald Trump to withdraw by May. Of course, they did manage to negotiate extending that deadline until August, which also begs the question about why it couldn't have been negotiated to a different date. To that point, President Biden said that they were dealing with the fact that thousands of prisoners had been released from custody within Afghanistan, and those were sympathetic to the Taliban, which made the security situation much more precarious.
Previous administration's agreement said that if we stuck to the May 1st deadline that they had signed on to leave by, the Taliban wouldn't attack any American forces. But if we stayed, all bets were off. So we were left with a simple decision. Either follow through on the commitment made by the last administration and leave Afghanistan, or say we weren't leaving and commit another tens of thousands more troops going back to war.
The other major issue that was addressed was about the US citizens still in Afghanistan. Now, today there's already been contradictory reports about exactly how many remain. Yesterday, the State Department said it was anywhere between 200 and 100, but closer to 100. From statements from the Pentagon today, it seems like that number could be higher. In his speech, the president said that many of those are babies who were born in the US and have US citizenship, while their parents just have green cards, and were insisting that large groups of their family were taken out of the country as part of the evacuation. But he has said that even in those circumstances, there's no deadline on any US citizen coming home.
Most of those who remain are dual citizens, long-time residents who had earlier decided to stay because of their family roots in Afghanistan. The bottom line, 90% of Americans in Afghanistan who wanted to leave were able to leave. And for those remaining Americans, there is no deadline. We remain committed to get them out if they want to come out.
Pete, President Biden's address largely hailed the operation as a success in difficult circumstances, especially the fact they managed to airlift out over 120,000 citizens in very tight securities. Sorry, not citizens, 120,000 people, including 5,500 US citizens, whereas yesterday it was 6,000 that they were reporting. But what the ongoing political firestorm is going to be is about whether there could have been a different method that was more effective, including withdrawing in winter when it would have been much harder for the Taliban to advance.
Yeah, and handing over the names of all of those people who helped the US in recent years, handing them over to the Taliban. There was no mention of that I saw this morning either. Annalise Nielsen, thank you. We'll talk to you soon.